Hi guys, welcome. We're doing a whole body yoga flow. Let's start in a seated position. Close down your eyes. Take a big breath in through the nose and exhale through the nose, softening the shoulders. Inhale again. Exhale, soften. One more breath in and out. Start to notice where your body rests and how it feels. When you're ready, inhale, reach the arms up to the sky, and exhale, turn to your right side. So your right hand comes behind you, left hand to the right knee. Inhale, lengthen the spine tall, and exhale into the twist. One more breath here. And on your next inhale, we're going to unwind, reach the arms up to the sky, and exhale into the twist to your left side. So your left hand comes behind you, right hand to your left knee. Again, breathing in length through the spine, exhaling into the twist. Make sure that your neck is also turning back behind you as much as it can. Wherever you can, take long, conscious breath. Inhale, come back out, reach up high. Exhale, hands down through prayer pose. Take a breath there. We're going to open our eyes now and rock over onto our hands and knees. So let's meet there. What we want to do is spread the fingers wide, ground through those hands. Inhale through cow pose and then exhale through cat. Inhale back through cow pose where we lower the belly, lift the chest and chin. Exhale, round the back to the sky, chin to chest. Flow through a couple of times at your breath rhythm. Inhale through cow. Exhale through cat. We're about to find downward dog here now. So come into a neutral spine, tuck the toes and walk your hands about one hand height further in front. Let's lift the hips to the sky. Drop the chest. Beginner option is to bend the knees and really drop the chest nice and low so you've got a flat back. If you'd like to, you can pedal out those heels. I love this one for a nice calf stretch. So good, this one. And then we can come into double leg little calf raises. So we inhale, lift onto the tippy toes and exhale, press the heels back down. As you lift the core as well. Exhale to lower. A couple more times. Just do what feels good here for you. And then inhale, we're going to lower onto our hands and our knees again. Bring those hands back under the shoulders. Make sure you've got space here. Inhale your left arm up to the sky and then thread it under that right side. Rest your left side ear. Make sure your knees are about hip width apart here so you feel nice and sturdy. Now your right hand can either stay on the ground in front of you or you can take a bind with that right hand behind your back. Or last option, you can reach into a bit of a puppy pose reach here. So have a little play around. Notice what feels good for you. And we're going to hold that there. Remember, breathe deep and conscious when you can. Let's start to ease ourselves out of this pose then. So press into your right hand in front of your face, open that left arm to the sky, and then ground that left hand back to the mat. We're going to come into frog pose in between doing the other side. Now, beginner option is to keep the toes together and the knees really wide. You can also bring your elbows a little further in front of you to make it a little more challenging. And that most challenging option is to have the toes out in the width of your knees. We want to make sure that we're scooping that tailbone under, having a pretty flat back here. So don't let your belly button drop down here. It will likely want to, but we need to just keep a little bit of activation there. Let the chin and head droop down towards the mat here, holding minimal effort and tension in the upper body. This can be pretty intense for some. Definitely not my favorite pose, frog pose, but like I say, the poses we need the most are generally the ones we find the most challenging. All right, to come out, bring the toes together and then ease those knees back up onto those hands and knees once more. And we're going to come into thread the needle on the other side. So with your right arm, breathe in, reach it up to the sky, and then thread it through to that left side of the body. Rest the ear, rest your left hand wherever you might have done so on the other side. So whether it's behind your back, in that puppy pose reach, or just in front of your face is the most supported option. Breathe deep, exhale any tension out. This is a really nice pose for the back of your shoulder blade area. Really nurtures the spine as we're coming into an upper body spinal twist here. And then we're going to start to ease out of that pose. So press into that left arm, inhale, open the right arm to the sky, and then ground it back to the mat. Let's find ourselves a little more closer to the back edge of your mat. So shimmy those toes back, reach your arms nice and long in front and shoulder width apart with the hands. Puppy pose. We're going to droop the chest down nice and low. You can rest your forehead here, or you might like to rest your chin for a deeper option. This is a really good pose for bottle or breastfeeding. It opens up the chest beautifully. From here, let's inhale all the way down onto our belly. So we're coming into a bit of a Sphinx pose. Your feet can stay quite wide here if you like. Press into the elbows and the forearms. And then option to press into the toes into your mat here a little bit as well, just for a deeper lower back compression. It's a nice little stretch for your abs. And last option is to straighten out those arms to lift even deeper. Now this can be pretty intense, so just take it at your own level. Last breath here. We're going to exhale all the way up onto our hands and our knees, back into downward facing dog. Take a moment there. Beautiful. Pigeon pose is next. Let's inhale into a bit of a plank pose. Bring your right leg up first. Now we want your right knee behind your right wrist there. And then we can wriggle that right foot across as much as it goes. Relax your back left foot. Now try and keep your hips facing down to the mat. Don't roll onto that right hip at all. Option to stretch out the wrists here if that feels good. Now you can stay on your elbows if you like, or if you've got the space in your body, you can drop even lower by resting your head down onto your hands. So have a little play around. Staying on your hands will be the gentlest option here. And inhale, starting to rise up onto those hands. We're going to gently press back into a little bit of a child's pose. Knees can be about hip width apart or a little wider. Bring the hips to the heels or as close as they go. Keep the arms reaching long unless you need to pop them under your head. And we're going to come into the left side of our pigeon pose now. So slide that left knee up towards the left wrist and your left foot wriggles across towards your right wrist. So just have a look at me if your lefts and rights are confusing. Good. Stretching out your back, right leg long. Option to stay on the hands or drop to the elbows like me here. You can let the head start to rest down. Notice the sides and if there's any difference, like in tension. Is your left side easier than your right side, and so forth? And just scan over your body. Let's start to ease our way out of that pose. So press onto the hands. From here, we're actually going to sweep into a seated position. Now what you're going to do is roll onto your left hip and then sweep that right leg around. Come into a straight leg seated position. Now you want to wriggle your feet towards the edge of your mat there because we are going to lie down soon. In the meantime, we're taking a forward fold so we can bend the knees for a gentler option. Otherwise, exhale, straighten the legs and fold forwards over them as much as you can. Rest your hands to the shins or the toes, whatever you can reach. And we're going to melt into that pose for a few long breaths. Inhale, start to slide back up nice and tall. Lift that spine really long. We're going to reach your arms out shoulder height. Draw the belly in. And then start to tuck the tailbone under. We're going to roll down. Use those abs. Roll all the way onto your back. Bend the knees. Ground the feet for a moment. And then we're going to hug the knees into the chest. Take a few moments there. Holding your knees with your hands, we are going to take some little knee circles. So I want you to keep your lower back grounded. Just little circles clockwise. Take it at your own rhythm, nothing too fast. And then reverse the direction. Once you finish those circles, we're going to come into a single leg spinal twist. Lengthen your left leg long to the mat. With your right knee, hold it with your left hand. Your right arm is going to come out wide and roll that right knee over to your left side. Lots of lefts and rights here, so just copy me here if that was confusing. All right, turn your neck over towards your right arm if you can. And settle in here. Long breath in. Exhale to release any tension there. This is a really nice one for the lower back. Let's start to ease our way back onto the spine. Hug both knees back into the chest. And then lengthen your right leg long to the mat. Bring your left knee into your right hand and roll over to the right side. Your left arm is just resting out to that left side, and so is your gaze. Make any adjustments you need to. Get comfy and settle in here for our next several moments. And now we get to come into a nice little meditation now. So come onto your back, hug the knees into the chest one last time. And then lengthen those legs long, pop on any blankets or jumpers that you wish to. Bring your left hand to your heart and your right hand to your belly. Take some long belly breath here. So that means we're going to inhale through the nose, fill the chest, fill the belly, and exhale, release it. Repeating that inhale, exhale. For the last one, breathe in again. This time exhale through the mouth and relax. Soften the arms, the legs. Feel free to place your arms wherever is comfortable for you. Let go of all effort here now. Let your body and mind slow down. Come into that restful state of body, mind, and soul. Affirm to yourself, I give myself permission to relax. I allow myself to relax. Slowly starting to wriggle your fingers and toes. Notice the breath grow a little deeper. Rolling the ankles and the wrists. If you'd like to take any overhead stretch, feel free to. Do anything that feels nice right now. And And then we're going to hug the knees into the chest. Roll over onto your right hand side or left hand side, whichever you prefer. Let yourself take a moment here to gather your bearings, ease your way back into this world. When you're ready, start to press up into a seated position, however you like, on the hips or kneeling. Let the shoulders relax and bring your hands to prayer pose. Come with me here through these affirmations. Bring your thumbs to your third eye. With my thumbs at my third eye, my thoughts are pure and clear. With my thumbs to my lips, my speech is pure and clear. And with my thumbs to my chest, my heart is pure and clear. I want you to find a moment of gratitude. I am grateful for. I hope you feel absolutely wonderful after this practice. Thanks for joining me. Namaste.